What's up, YouTube? This is TheBillyBobHD bringing you another Let's Play. Today I've got some more Victoria 2 Heart of Darkness, playing as Spain. Communist Spain, actually. Last episode, we did a lot. We actually conquered the rest of Algeria over here. France still holds the northern part of Algeria. And we also took back Barcelona. Yes! Right here. France has held Barcelona from me since the beginning of the campaign. We were able to take it back from them when we sort of caught France, quote-unquote, with their pants down in another war. Since then, we've also allied with the Russians and the Germans. Germany was a big ally that I just picked up. I think they're ranked #1 in the world. They are by far. You can see prestige and industry are just killer. And actually, I think they've got the biggest in both categories. It does look like that. Even bigger than the UK's. 554 military power. That is actually the biggest in the world as well. So I've got a really nice ally in Germany. Right after we did that, we ended the episode. So we're currently at relations of 130. I'm going to want to go ahead and bump that up to 145. Germany, I'm also curious, if I look at your relations, of course you hate France and Austria-Hungary and Russia. Just so happens that I like Russia. That's me. So I hate France and Austria-Hungary. Sweden is good by both of us. And actually, if we take a look at Sweden, they're in the Russian sphere, so I'm not able to really... Well, Sweden likes everybody, except for Albania. I'm not able to really ally with them because they're a member of the Russian sphere, so that's kind of poop mouth. But let's go ahead and unpause it. Oh, before we do that, we need to go ahead and set up another, another, what do you call these things? What do you call these things? Reforms. Jeez, we can do another reform. Okay, most people want 0.03, 0.49. Most people actually want the trinket healthcare system, so we're going to go with that. Bump that in. And go ahead and unpause it finally. So we're working on building back up our military score. You can see here I've got total score of 92, which is ranked number 13 in the world, which isn't like the best or greatest or anything like that. It kind of stinks. One of the things we're going to do to help us boost that military score up is build some capital ships, and that should give me some good score there, because I only have a capital ship score of 0.5, Soldiers Army 0.4, Leaders hold 91 for that. So we have discovered steam transports, or steamers rather, so that's good. And scientists in our country have discovered Wright and Langley's airplanes. Very cool. We do get the ability to build airplanes now. Let me go ahead and see if I can build any of them. Oh, we must discover aeronautics. So I've actually got to discover that on the tech tree. It looks like that means aviation is possible, but we technically haven't reached that technology yet. Just build a couple infantry, one in the Canary Islands and one in mainland Spain there. Farming efficiency plus 50%. We'll take that. Making really good money at the moment just because I've got my army sort of at half capacity here in terms of budget. And that's because being communist, some of my budgetary things are limited, such as the taxes. So you can see here, yeah, got those bumped all the way up as far as possible. Relations between France and Spain -20, and I get a casus belli. All pops in Spain become 5% more in favor of jingoism. I think I'm actually going to do this one. Wow, so I get a casus belli without having any infamy against me. If I go to France here, declare war. Place in the sun, casus belli. Basically all of their African holdings, it looks like. Yep. All of their African holdings, Middle Eastern holdings, etc. If I were to call my allies, would they come? The Russians would not come, of course, because they like France. Germany would not come either, because they have a truce with France that lasts until March 1st, 1917. So even though we get the free casus belli, it doesn't really help us a lot. We've got just about the most negative relations with France that you can possibly imagine. Continuing to bump up the German. Oh, good. We did reach great power status again at number 8 there. About 100 points away from Japan. Huh. my military score is actually continuing to go down. And the reason that's happening is because my leader score is suffering. So we just need to make sure that we are focused on building more points as soon as I possibly can, just to hold the great power status there. Most people, it looks like, if we do another reform, want the trinket subsidies, so we'll do that. Boom. We can also increase our opinion over in Cuba, which declared independence. We're going to go ahead and add them to my sphere right off the bat. Boom. Got that. And so what that's going to do is let me utilize their resources at least. I do have 16 infamy, so I can't really go to war by creating my own casus belli quite yet. I've got to let some of that burn off appropriately. But we do have a nice big army over in Asia now. I think if I go to the Philippines, where are you, Philippines? Right here. Yeah, I've got a huge 42 stack sitting there now. Small navy. Can carry 12,000 men around, ship those around the islands there as need be in case any in case any rebels pop up. Time to pick a new technology. Oh, we can research the aeronautics there, so I think I'll go ahead and knock that out. Navy, we did get the steam turbine ships, which allows the dreadnoughts, or at least the construction of the dreadnoughts. I've got plenty of force limit space for my Navy. I do have 9 clipper transports, 3 frigates, 8 man of wars. Oh, I guess that's my cap actually. 9 transports, 3 frigates, a man of war, 6 monitors. Well, if I go up to the monitor here, let's go ahead and start building one. Just a capital ship, just to see if that's going to help my military score out. It should greatly help it out. I've only got a capital ship score of 0.5 at the moment, so we can build up the Navy and update that and really try to get our military score back up and going. Aeronautics technology is now underway. We did get invited to the Olympics, and so I'm going to go ahead and accept that. Let our dudes play at the Olympics. Continue to be communist, as I imagine it will be through the rest of the campaign. We're already at 1916, so this game goes to 1930 something, 1936 maybe, which is the start of the Hearts of Iron series that everyone loves so much. Hearts of Iron 4 did get delayed again, which they're now saying it should be before the end of the year, I think is the correct assumption. So I did see in one source that it was moved from second quarter to third quarter release, and then I saw in a different one that they just said, okay, it's going to be the end of the year. We're not going to commit to doing, you know, third quarter or fourth quarter, whatever. It's just going to be third or fourth quarter, either one. 14-hour workday. There we go. Going back and unpause it. Portugal. Currently in the British sphere. We can work on increasing our opinion there, though, and trying to increase the influence and trying to maybe get them into our sphere, because now we're going to have to wait. In order to conquer the rest of Portugal there, we're going to have to wait for the UK up here to get into a pretty significant war, and I don't know or see that really happening. We do still have the casus belli against... No, we don't. We lost the casus belli against France. That's really stinks. Let's go back over to Germany while I'm thinking about it and increase our relations up to 195 now. And if I look at the detail, 195, where's it going to give me my drop down? Well, that's okay. Colette has gone bankrupt. It's okay. I know nothing about them. Colette. Do they have... Okay, there was a crisis that we missed out on. I think it's just because we gained great power status soon after that happened. But I was going to say, let's go attack Calais, because... Calais. Get the repay debts. That will send us to war with them, but I'm still going to have to take an infamy hit, I think, in order to take on additional territory. Pausing it really quick, we can create a new state in Spanish Al Rif. Where's that? Here? Yes. Cool. Went ahead and did that. That did give us a prestige boost. I've got now the number 3 prestige score in the entire world. Lose 1 militancy, lose 1 consciousness. It's not really a... We're going to just stockpile those resources because it's not really a big deal. I've got plenty of everything else. Okay, more units in Europe available. Let's build a couple of artillery units and... How about a couple of hussars? We'll build 1 hussar and 1 dragoon unit. Let those guys sort of queue up. Here I'm building this really big 51 stack. It's consistent just completely of infantry. My leader score continues to go down, which is stupid. Are we still building the monitor? No. Where are you, monitor? Oh. That was the 3rd monitor that I had built, so I've technically got 3 of those suckers now. We started that last episode, forgot about that, and... Hold on a second. Scientists in our country have discovered ironclads. Nice. So I don't know. That hasn't really helped out my capital ship, my capital ship score really at all. And so the monitor here, we're going to actually upgrade this and do the dreadnought instead. The biggest ship in the game. 165 days to build one. Actually, go ahead and start building 2 of those. And we have to build them all the way up here in Serona, where there's like a really big port. You can see them starting to work on my ships there. And I've got a really outdated, yeah, really outdated navy here. Oh, nice. We got 6 prestige just from the Olympic Games. We'll take it. Aeronautics is now finished out. Let's go with the assembly line. Help out my factory some. Speaking of factories, we can build as many factories as we would like. There's not going to be any projects available just because we are communists. So let's go ahead and just start building stuff. Might need a fuel refinery for later. Later in the game. 35k. An airplane factory. Wow. We do need an electric gear factory. Let's build one of those in there. One of these guys here, you're going to build fuel refinery. Oh, we need a machine parts factory. Need one of those. Telephone factory. Got it. Okay. Maybe a steamer shipyard there for you. We can build a second fuel refinery. That would be good to have. We'll also build another telephone factory. I want to be one of the main producers of this stuff in the entire world. Like, that's like all of this modern equipment here. Machine parts factory. We're going to need plenty of those. So spending some heavy money in the industry department for sure. We do have to go around and make sure, let's go with a winery here just to throw it in a little mixture. Here I'm going to go with the dye factory. Nice. And a fabric factory. Okay. So I've built a new factory in every single region that I own. So we'll go ahead and unpause that. But that did spend about 200k in order to get that up and going. Current industrial power is 222. So let's see if that helps my score out any. And we do have to do a new reform. But nobody wants this stuff. Go with the good school system. How about that? Can I start building some airplanes while I'm thinking about it? No, not quite yet. The more headcount I do add to the military power there, it looks like it starts it. It looks like it bumps it up slightly, but not really like a ton. Which means I have a much stronger military than my score indicates. Combine those guys while I'm thinking about it. Got the monitors there. We've got some new dreadnoughts that are on the way out. Lose 5 prestige? No way. Gain 1 prestige. Yeah, we'll increase relations with the UK. Does Germany like them? They're pretty neutral. Germany, let's go ahead and bump you up to the 195 again. So slowly, relations continue to deteriorate with Germany, and it's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like having to constantly be working on the relations with those guys. We'll take the drop in militancy for sure. All poor strata lose 50 militancy. That's what I want there again. Advisors have been expelled. Egypt threw them out without even giving us a reason. We suspect France is behind this. Well, screw you, France. Screw you, man. Okay, up to 200. Constant reforms, guys. I'm just going to start picking stuff because we're getting them so quickly. There's no reason to... let's go to integral rail system, see if that'll help boost our industry score at all. That'll be good for us. Okay. I do not want to sign the Geneva Convention. That's just gonna... It's just basically going to hamper me in doing what I need to do. That's the best way to describe it. So now our... oh, we did get a big actual boost for capital ships. Okay, we are interested in the current crisis. So there's something crazy going on. Let's check it out. If we go to the crisis tab here. Crisis over the liberation of Bulgaria. You've got the UK backing this liberation, as well as the Russians. Germany or France has yet to pick a side. My guess would be they are going to go on the side of UK, Russia. So let's go ahead and pause it. Oh, Germany. Okay. Just as I suspected. So I think I will pick Germany. They have the best military power for sure. Stick with those guys, as well as Austria-Hungary, Ottoman Empire. And now France is the only one left to make a choice. If France comes on our side, that is going to throw this thing potentially really crazy. Because right now we're set up to go to war against Britain and Russia. If that were the case, we've got to bump up our military supply almost immediately and then jump into the war, take Gibraltar right off the bat. In Africa, we'd make moves too against British Africa, etc. So Britain would be sort of our main target there. France is still holding out on this decision. They finally made a choice, and a white peace was accepted. We should have gotten a prestige bonus for picking the right side there, so... No, I'm sorry, we picked the wrong side. Romania is now formed. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Okay, double rewind. No, Bulgaria was the one in question, away from the Ottoman Empire, and so Bulgaria would be located somewhere down here. And we can actually go to Morocco now. And let's go ahead and increase the opinion of you there. I'm going to push there wherever I can. Relations are still good with the Germans. That's what I like to see. Interestingly enough, you can also see Italy now going up against Austria-Hungary. They've continued to take territory back, which is interesting. Oh, so interesting. 2 dreadnoughts have now been built. I did get a nice boost in capital ship power from all of this. So go to no research. Let's go with advanced metallurgy there. And we're also going to click around and make sure that we upgrade all of the railroads where I can possibly see them. And that's going to be the last thing we do this episode. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Again, this has been TheBillyBobHD. Please remember to like, subscribe, and/or comment if you've enjoyed this content, and we'll catch you next time.